Welcome to the series. Here we perform hands-on exercises with OpenAI APIs and Python. This is a three-part series where we build a multimodal bot which uses a GPT model for text and Whisper for audio processing. Each video in this series performs one part. Part 1, we build a YouTube downloader with Python. We will cover that in this video. Part 2, we download audio from a YouTube video and then extract text from that and also translate when necessary using Whisper. Part 3, this is where we take the audio transcript and summarize it using prompt engineering. That said, let's get started. So let's get some installation done. All right, so we got our OpenAI installed and also we got PyTube. So next, let's set up our key. In here, we just set up the environment variable OpenAI key and replace this string with your own API key and hit this button, you're done. Also, let me just show you a helper function that I always use. It's called myPrint. This is just so that all our outputs look pretty and shows up within this width. That said, let's get to building our multimodal bot. All right, so this is the blueprint I'm going to be following throughout the series. This is step 1, 2, and 3. In this video, we're going to be going through this step where we prepare and test our YouTube downloader class. So let's look at it. All right, so at the top, I'm bringing in the necessary libraries, OS, YouTube from PyTube, and OpenAI from OpenAI. And in the constructor, at the very beginning, I have this validation for the link that's going to be passed through. The user will be passing a YouTube link, and we're going to make sure that it is actually a YouTube link, which consists of youtube.com. Otherwise, we're going to send out this message. Let's test it out quickly. Here I have a wrong link. As you can see, it's u.com. So we try to instantiate it. Let's see what happens. Boom. That's the error message. That's how we're going to be validating stuff. Also at the beginning, our first method would be another validation method. And this also will validate the YouTube link that the user is going to send. With that, let's look at our other methods that we're going to be building together. We have one method that will show the video attributes, one method that will show us the available streams that the YouTube video has, and then we'll have a YouTube downloader method that will actually download the video for us. And then rest are going to be downloading the audio, transcribe and translate with Whisper, and summarizing the transcript. They're going to be covered in the consecutive videos. Now let's start with our first method. Okay, so this is going to be our first method. This is where we start with invoking our validation method, this one, so that we can validate the link. And then we're going to be showing the video title, how many views, video length, rating, and the thumbnail URL. So let's go test it out. All right, so at this point, I am bringing in a video URL from my own channel right here. And we have already created a YouTube object by instantiating our class and passing this link. So now we can just call our method display video attributes using this object, and I'll run it. Boom, there you go. So here's the title, number of views, video length, rating, and the thumbnail JPEG. Let's click on it. Yep, that looks right. Okay, so this is coming from invoking this method right here. Now let's go build up this method, display available streams. Okay, so as usual, I'm starting this method with the validation by invoking this method, and then by using self.yt.streams, I'm actually collecting the available streams from that video and depositing it into this variable by converting them into string. And if you're wondering where this comes from, this is coming from right here, constructor self.yt, and we instantiated the YouTube class with a link, right? So now that we have our method built up, let's run this. And now let's go test it. Okay, so let's invoke this method using yd, this object dot display available streams. Let me run this. There you go. This is how we know which streams to download or which audio stream to pick, etc., etc. Now let's go to the next method. All right, so as you can see, this was our previous method that we just ran, and this is the new method I just brought in, download the video, and that's exactly what this method will do. As usual, I have the link validator at the beginning, and then we have our YouTube object that we created here, the constructor self.yt, and with that object we just invoke the dot streams dot get lowest resolution method, ready for download. In fact, if you try this with a dot, you can see these are the other methods available, you know, get by resolution, highest resolution, lowest resolution, etc. But I chose this so that it's quicker. And once this object is ready, then we just invoke object.download, and that actually performs the actual download process. That said, let's test it out. We kept the link the same, and with our main YouTube downloader class object dot download the video, we invoke the method, and once I run and it's successful, our file should be visible right here, the video file. All right, so let me invoke. Okay, downloading, download complete. So let's check here, and right there we see our file .mp4 downloaded. And with that, I conclude our first step where we prepared and tested our YouTube downloader class. And in the next video, we'll go cover the step number 2.